Hi everyone, my name is Peter and thanks for joining me at Our Worship Sound, where we're working to make worship keyboard technique and technology easier. I want to talk about 4 ways that you might be killing the emotion in your piano playing. And certainly creating emotion and creating beauty that elicits that emotional response in our listeners is what we want to do as musicians. And so we want to look at anything that's keeping that from happening. So we want to talk about 4 things that are happening. The big overall thought with creating emotion in our music is that we create expression and emotion by creating change, not allowing things to stay the same all the time. So we're going to talk about 4 ways that we can create more change and more dynamics in our playing. The first one is we want to create more change in our volume. And too often we get stuck in playing just like in a medium loud or a loud volume all the time. And there's really a lot of emotion to be created by playing outside of those ranges. So what I want to challenge you to do, and you can try this with any song that you know, is just take a song and take the softest part, maybe like the first verse, and play it really softly. So let me try this. This is just A minor, G, F, C is a progression that I'm playing. So I'm going to play it soft. This is the first verse of that song. And then jump ahead to the loudest part of the song. It might be the bridge, it might be the final chorus, but play it loud. Okay, and then go back and play the first one and play it even softer this time. And then go back and play that loud part even louder. Okay, so just work to create really extreme volume levels in your playing. Develop a light touch to play soft and develop the confidence that you need to play loud. So really work to increase the range of your volume. The second thing we want to increase is the playing range. So often we get stuck just in the middle of the piano, and if we can branch out beyond that, we can create a lot more emotion in our playing. So you can do the same sort of thing as before. Let's start out playing something just in the middle. Then let's branch out a little bit lower. And then branch out higher as well. And you can keep the left hand low, right hand high. But let's increase the range here. Then bring it back to the middle. And you hear how much of a shift there and how much depth of emotion that creates when we create that contrast in playing different parts of the piano. So work to expand where you're comfortable in playing on the range of the different notes on the keyboard. Third thing we want to expand is not just playing the same number of notes. If you're playing the same number of notes all the time, you're killing the emotion in your playing. And this plays out in 2 different ways. And one way we could be talking about the same number of notes is in our voicings. You might be used to playing 2 notes in your left hand and 3 notes in your right hand all the time. So let me play a progression like this. Now that's fine, but we don't want to just stay there all the time, okay? Let's work to play with fewer notes. And that's a really nice technique for a few number of notes. All I'm doing is playing the root of the chord in my left hand and the third of the chord in my right hand. F major and C major. Okay, and then that sets up much fuller voicings to sound that much more dynamic. Okay. The other way, when we talk about playing with the same number of notes all the time, is not just in the voicings, but it's also in your rhythms. So let's work to maybe play with really simple, sparse rhythms on softer sections. Maybe just play once per chord change. And then when you go to play busier rhythms, they seem that much more energized and emotional. Then pull it back. And you just hear how much interest that creates when you make those changes in your playing. The fourth thing we want to talk about is to increase the emotion is playing with different sounds, not getting stuck playing the same sounds all the time. And this one is not necessarily a mistake, because if you're playing piano, piano has so much dynamic range in and of itself. It can create so much change just in its own sounds. But when you think about adding to this, and you can add a pad sound to it. You can hear just the depth and the emotional quality that adds to it. You can change the filter in it. You can add other sounds as it gets louder. So you can hear how, even though the piano is a wonderfully expressive instrument, adding other sounds to it can really increase the range of emotion that we're able to communicate. So I hope that's helpful in expressing more emotion. You just want to create more change and more variation in what you're able to play on the piano. So I want to send you some other things. If you're already on the email list, you've probably already seen these. But if you haven't signed up for emails through Our Worship Sound, I want to give you something that'll help you along these same lines. If you go to ourworshipsound.com/keyboard, there are 3 new videos that I want to send you. They're not on YouTube. You'll only get them through the email list. There's one on chords, there's one on rhythms, and there's another one on expression. And it'll help you through the different things, not only playing more expressively, but giving you the technical foundation that you need to be able to set yourself up for that. So if you go to ourworshipsound.com/keyboard and just sign up for what's there, I think there's also a free PDF that you'll get right away. And then in the next few days, you'll get the videos start to come as well. So hope that's helpful. Stay tuned. Let me know if you ever have any questions about that. You just email me at peter@ourworshipsound.com. And hopefully this will help you move you forward. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.